It was April 29, 1970. Lieutenant Tom Lopresti was the platoon leader, Private Josephina the medic, Sergeant Bill French a squad leader.
We got ambushed, and the word came back that Will was hit.
I was kind of losing a lot of blood, and I was having a hard time breathing. I was starting to lose conscious.
The only thing I came up with, what I had on me, was a ballpoint pen and my scalpel.
A quick-thinking call to action that earned Private Safina the Silver Star.
And when he got hit, he took his wife's wedding ring and he put it in my hand.
We said, nope, you keep it because you'll give it to her when you get back.
But that was the last time they saw Sergeant French, until now, a reunion 50 years in the making. And while COVID and health concerns made the reunion look a little different,
I'm going through some pretty big health things here right now.
the meaning still the same for this band of brothers.
Finally made it after all this time. It's something. It's just, he saved my life.
I wouldn't miss this for the world. This is probably one of the best experiences I've ever had.
It was just, I really couldn't hold back the tears.
A brotherhood and a love that can't be explained.
I'm so indebted to those guys. I love these guys. I love them.
You have a bond. This is your brothers.
For 9 and 10 News, I'm Whitney Amen.
If you live in a section that hasn't been opened yet, there is still a stay-at-home order, and we're asking that you respect that we are open and those sections aren't. We'd like to keep it as local as possible.
At Brady's, 50% capacity means no more than 42 people inside. About 30 were ready to come in at midnight and lay their money on the bar.
We saw that Brady's was opening and they're trying to be as safe as possible about it, so we decided to come here tonight and check it out and see what it's going to be like, I guess.
I'm just hoping people are receptive to the fact that we have to make changes.
Customers weren't complaining about the rules. Most just seemed happy to be able to venture out into the world again.
Feels great. Spent 2 months locked in an apartment.
There's a pep in the step of the wait staff and service with a smile, even if you can't see it under their face masks.
It's a breath of fresh air. It's like the world coming alive again, you know? You share that kind of unspoken bond, I guess you would say, and for me that means everything.
In Traverse City, I'm Bill Freilich for Michigan This Morning.
It seems like every business inside the village of Grand Traverse Commons has a different story to tell. Here in this part of the building, the water was only 1 or 2 inches deep, but around the corner it was about a foot deep. And down at the far end on the outside stairwells, the wall of water was about 3 feet high.
Running the business since 1979. That's 41 years of carrying on this tradition where everything is made by hand.
I can make anywhere from 200 to 250 a day. But it doesn't mean I don't think about every pasty I make to make sure everybody has the right bite, that there's quality. I hope that I put love into my pasties.
Geraldine still uses her parents' recipe for the buttery, flaky crust.
They took the time and energy to create it, and they did a beautiful job.
A beautiful yet simple meal that is filling and can be eaten by hand. Easy for miners to bring with them during a long day at work.
And the Cornish women who created and designed the pasties, made the pasties for their mining husbands, were called Cousin Jennies. And the miners were called Cousin Jacks.
Made easy for us to enjoy today.
Beyond the whole mining thing, there is like a culture of us that eat pasties.
Putting the past in pasties, hoping to give future generations a taste of Northern Michigan history.
It's what we know, it's what we remember, and it brings back nostalgic times for people.
In Traverse City, Madison Gardner, The 4.
He got there and turned around with her. Once I got to her, I put my arm around her and just told her that it was going to be okay, that we're going to get her to shore. I couldn't believe she was breathing. It was put her on the kayak, and then we both kind of swam back to shore. It was a relief to have him there, and I know that he and I were both really fighting for this little girl.
Both men received life-saving awards from the Sheriff's Office and the National Park Service.
It doesn't usually end this way, but by the grace of God, these two gentlemen were there, and they sprang into action.
My first words to those gentlemen were, "You guys are heroes," and I still feel that to this day. There were a lot of people along the beach that day, and there were only 2 individuals that entered the water.
In Benzie County, Bill Freilich, 9 and 10 News.